Hola, amigos. Amigas. I'm going to translate for you, for those of you who don't speak Mexican. That means hello, male friends and female friends. Oh, the blinding sunlight is blinding me again. If you're like me, you find yourself frequently saying, gosh, I'm a lot like Eric. What am I doing here? Why am I live streaming right now? Because Boba Fett said you should live stream, I guess. Thanks a lot, Boba Fett. Now I'm live streaming. I don't even know why. I seem to have lost the weed as well, which is not something I usually do. I usually lose the weed, but it's under there. It was hiding. It was hiding under there. So it's very important, I think, for us to try to make some clearness out of all this typology mud. I think the beginning spot for making clearness is to say, look, knowledge is different than deliberation, and action is different than interface. We have two different kinds of systems that humans engage with. If you're not working from observations, first and foremost, axioms of sorts, about the way the world is and the way that agents and subjects operate within a world, then you're not talking about anything that matters. It's like, that's not how to talk about cognitive functions. You have to understand it correctly. You have to say, okay, well, what am I trying to do when I'm talking about cognitive function? What is this thing called cognitive functions? What's it attempting to do? How does it judge itself? What by its own standards, but in this case, what I'm saying, by my own standards, what will qualify as success with cognitive functions? And the answer is, of course, that it be consistent with both observations and itself, that its mechanisms, that it provides them, be non-arbitrary, that it can be reduced to some sort of simulatable form. There's a lot of different ways we can talk about how to validate or falsify or legitimize this kind of thing. Well, can you make predictions? Well, the basic problem is this. Yes, I can make predictions. So, like, here's an example of what I mean by this. A lot of times when I first start talking to ENFPs, I don't know whether they're ENFPs or ENTPs. I have no idea. Because often we just start talking about stuff that's not TI. I'm asking non-TI questions. And usually I'll get to NE before I get to TI. I can know they're an NE Dom. I'm often thinking, I think this person's an ENTP. They and I are really well. Yeah. Okay, so let's imagine a circumstance where I have established that somebody is extroverted intuition dominant. I can make a prediction that they're going to be either very good at the deductive reasoning problems, naturally, or very bad at them, and not in between. That's a prediction on a circumstance that we could establish. It says, okay, given this piece of information, is the system, quote unquote, necessitates that the person either be very good at MIA or very bad at MIA. This skill is an approximate test of a cognitive function or intentional manner that is more practicable than some, or more likely to be practiced than some. Octavio Silva demonstrates how if you continually take my tests over and over again, you can basically invalidate them for yourself. That you can't keep taking them forever, the same tests. Even variants of it, once you get the knack of, say, a TI problem down and you practice it a bunch of times, obviously you're going to display better than otherwise. I've also encountered this with somebody who I'm convinced was an ENFJ, but nevertheless displayed better than fourth slot TI. So the thing is, I wouldn't I wouldn't say a necessary prediction for ENFJ is that they're going to have bad TI. I would say a necessary prediction for ENFJ, if I can establish their ENFJ before testing their SI, is that once I test their SI, they will answer like this and do a terrible, terrible job of it, right? I've got a couple of clear things that I could set up like that are definite predictions that could easily enough be tested and falsified and or validated. I think you could expect a little bit of noise in the data. In other words, it wouldn't quite be 100%, but it would be close. Keeping in mind that the reason it wouldn't be 100%, you're never going to get quite to 100% with human beings, is they are open systems. If I'm acting upon an engine, that's a closed system. In other words, I don't have to worry about the engine saying "ow" when I unscrew it. I don't have to worry that next time I go to fix the engine, it will fight back against me because I heard it last time. That's because it's a closed system. It's not subject to changing the rules itself or operating upon the rules itself. It's not subject to learning the rules and changing its own behavior accordingly. That's what makes it a closed system. The thing is, I need to make this clear to everybody, though. What I'm saying is perfectly clear, okay? It makes perfectly good sense. And obviously, I'm not doing a good enough job of explaining it in simple terms. So it's like that last video, I was attempting to do that. I was attempting to make it as simpler, but you can only make it so simple before it ceases to meaningfully explain things, right? So it's a conundrum. I need to use more images. Mostly of my penis, I'm sure. That's really going to draw in the feelers. Whenever I feel feelers on my penis, it's one of two things: either Rachel or the feelers of the crawfish. It's raining streams. Hallelujah. It's raining streams. So the problem is, of course, I'm quite I there's no revisiting. That's what I'm trying to do, Boba Fett. I'm trying to express it more simply, right? Am I successfully doing that? Yes, I am successfully expressing things more simply, but something's on your mom's face. Okay. It's called youtube.com/channel/talking with famous people. Obviously. No joy. God. You claim to be Mandalorian, but I'm having my doubts. Now, I've got a new channel in the works, and it's not that, okay? It's something more specific. Well, listen, the thing is, I want things to be understandable by other people. I would love it if Genexial would say, I want to explain what Eric's means better than Eric is explaining it. I would love that if he chose to do that, because I do know that NI is I ignore it, I start trying to explain one thing and I feel like I need to explain this background and this other thing, and it's a challenge for me. It's the challenge that we're trying to tackle in the intertype relations thing, me and Rachel, and I think we'll probably get. I'm not trying to be hardcore. Boba Fett, you're not listening to me at all. I am making an effort to be simpler. But it's like, I mean, the thing is, Rachel and I are attempting to do this with the Intertype thing, and probably work on that some more today, in fact. Yeah, and a couple things, something that I think I can do, be pleasant, and not be lowest common denominator, but also not be fancy at all or complicated. And we'll just put out some breezy videos and stuff. And we'll probably do the first actual video recording on that today. We've been doing a lot of prep stuff, but I just got a bottle of amphetamines, so no time like the present. Hey, listen. I don't like it when you call my breasts normies or noobs. These are bormies or boobs. Ew, 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 ew. Dear Kristen, does she love my boobs? Rattling on about her past couple streams. She just went past 10K yesterday. Well, good for her. I mean, that's just life as Eric, okay? Eric, Eric plugs along. People start YouTube channels and zoom right past me. It's just what it is. It's like that video I made and just premiered, right? It says, who are the P's? I try to move quickly. I try to not get too TI. I hopefully don't go on too many tangents in it. I try to be pretty NI about the whole thing. But, it's still a lot of information. Maybe I should have just made the tree analogy, right? Typology is like trying to figure out what kind of tree something is. Except the difference is people, unlike trees, will fake being another kind of tree. On purpose or subconsciously or whatever, it doesn't matter. How to explain the presence or difference of multiple aspects of some raw function. Okay, so Bubble Puppy, my answer to that is I no longer, I've jettisoned the notion of aspects, okay? I have a picture around here that explains this. The answer to this. Let me see if I can find the picture. All right. So my current thinking on it, and this is something that is still trying to determine exactly, but there are 4 fields. This part is for sure. There's 4 fields that we operate on as agents, right? You're inside your head, inside your body, stuff outside in the world, and words outside in the world. Okay? So these are your 4 fields. This shows how your interface functions operate on 3 fields each. FE goes meow, meow, meow. TE goes meow, meow, meow. And then your action functions each operate on 2 fields. NE goes meow, meow. SE goes meow, meow. Your knowledge functions each operate on 2 fields. So your SI goes meow, meow. And your NI goes meow, meow. And your deliberation functions each operate on 2 fields. So your TI goes meow, meow. And your FI goes meow, meow. Understand what that makes sense? that picture is the answer to your question. Probably not the clearest explanation. How about this picture? Does this picture answer your question? What's he saying? I can't see because it's backwards on my screen. Hey, have you seen Cutie? Judy Morris, searching for keys. Oh, this is somebody having multiple things happening intentionally at once. Searching for keys. Keys. It doesn't look much like a Y, I agree. So this is like all the different things hitting his attention all at the same time, right? Different kinds of attention happening concurrently. Here he's thinking about, don't forget to do that thing. Here he's responding to this talking bird. Here he's looking for his keys in his pocket at the same time. And sort of as a background sound, he's hearing ha 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 from children playing over here. And for some reason, there's a tent. I don't know why there's a tent. See? Oh, and this explains that other picture that I was trying to explain. See? NE goes to external metaphysical and internal metaphysical field. SE goes to the external physical and internal physical field. TI goes to the internal metaphysical and external metaphysical field. FI goes to the internal physical and internal metaphysical field. NI goes to the internal metaphysical and external metaphysical field. SI goes to the internal physical and internal metaphysical field. FE goes to the external metaphysical, internal metaphysical, external physical. TE goes external physical, internal metaphysical. And Judy Morris? Why, she's everybody's favorite Judy. Everybody's favorite Judy is a good name for something. So, like, this picture is how I don't know why I didn't put the. I guess I just put the front stack. This is like ISTP front stack. So TI, you see on the two metaphysical fields, SE on the two physical fields, and on the two metaphysical, FE on two metaphysical and one physical. So if you add them up, there's 6 things happening on metaphysical and 3 things happening on physical on the conscious stack. See what I'm saying? That's twice as many. 2 times as many things happening. What does that mean? I'm not, it's like, come on. You're asking me hard questions now. I'm still trying to figure things out. But I also have important pages like this. Today's stuff. Or this. That's an important picture. Well, there's 2. Time is accounted for, but it's accounted for because the distinction between the metaphysical and physical frames of reference is the style of time. The metaphysical style of time is turn-based. The physical style of time is linear, fluid, or whatever you want to call it. Not turn-based. I tell you who's really, really not very into turn-based stuff, who's super physical guy. That's right, it's Redline's hands. You can see how physical he is. He's so physical that he's got red lines coming out of his hands. How's that for a 40 graph slur of words? Or this genius work? Without this on your mantle, how will you ever win best home of the neighborhood? I drew this picture the other day of Skatonomy, who stopped by briefly in the live stream. Woo! He's jumping off of a little jump. What would you like me to draw you now? All right, I'm gonna draw a picture of Boba Fett shaking hands with Legends Fall while Genexiel nods approvingly. This is the real Boba Fett, not the character on Star Wars. Okay, so this is his head. This is Boba Fett's head. I'll share you in with the process here so you're not left out. That's how you draw a head. Now here's some shoulders. With an arm. The shoulder and an arm. One shoulder, one arm. Now, the other one is going to be extended straight out for a firm handshake. Like that. Okay? This one, meanwhile, we're going to go down into his pocket so I don't have to draw another hand. Yeah. Down into your pocket. It appears he's relaxing. Lying down now. I don't know why, but he is, I guess. I'll just draw his legs out like that. Make him lying down guy. Boba Fett, you lying down right now? I told you no lying down during the live streams, didn't I? It's not allowed around here. Okay, so I see now why you're lying down. I understand. I'm sorry. I wasn't being very sympathetic. It's because you've got a broken foot, obviously. What is this thing you're putting your hand into? Some sort of hole. So I think what I'm going to do is make this the back of a chair. Oh, yeah, that's a comfortable chair. You're loving that chair. Okay, now. Oh, yeah. That's a good chair. It's a hand pocket, handhold pocket thing. You know what? You need a little bit more chair here, I think. More like. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Like that more. Ooh la la. That's a sexy chair. He's not begging for change. He's reaching out to shake Legend Fall's hands. All right, so here's Legend Fall. pretty boring live stream. Yeah, it's a pretty boring live stream. But just you wait until I'm done with this picture. That's going to be super exciting. Okay. Legends Fall. And this is... Who's this guy I drew first again? Boba Fett. Boba Fett. And then, okay, so here I've got these guys. And they're about to shake hands. I'm not quite done with Legends Fall, though, because he didn't have any ear. And that's not fair. It's not fair to deprive him of an ear. I'm also going to give him some hair. Now I got to put Gen X heel. Arms folded like this. Pow, pow. With the neck and head. And a little bit of the old beardaroo. A little beard on him. A little bit of facial beard. And then happy eyes. Or just angry eyes. Sideways eyes? I'm not sure. And then there's some hairs for him as well. He's looking buff. Chow. 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 And the title of this piece is When Stream Goes from Dream to Dream Come True. And there they are. Legends Fall, finally about to shake the hand of Boba Fett, who's reclining on a beach towel with a back, apparently. Genexiel has just been working out. As you can see, he's been working out one arm more than the other. Genexiel, you really need to balance your arms. Okay, this one you need to work on more. This one's good. Otherwise, you're going to look lopsided like that. I really want to know what Boba Fett's got in the hole. Boba Fett, are you going to tell us? What you got in the hole here? What are you touching in the hole? Where you can't wake with your left. Let's just fall. Why did you have your shirt like this? Is this an artificial arm? I'm not sure. Oh, I know what this picture is missing. The one thing that every picture must always have, or else it doesn't qualify as an official picture. The way, Eric. There we go. You have to have the sun, of course. You can't have a picture without the sun. That's better. When stream goes from dream to dream come true. That's the title of this work. I think I'm being influenced by anime titles. Like, suppose a kid from the last dungeon boonies moves to a starter town. That's a really long title. Yeah, neuroscience is cool, I guess. If you like that poking and prodding stuff. I don't know about you personally. I don't want them jamming metal spikes into my skull. You know, that's all neuroscience is, really. You just go down to the railroad, pick up a railroad spike, get them out, and just pow, pow, pow. That's basically all they do in neuroscience. I know. I was surprised to learn this too. I thought they would have done something more. Compose your bathwater with a sentient being. Is that a real anime camp concept? It wouldn't shock me if it were. If it's not, bravo, brilliant idea. I'm very impressed. That's excellent extrovert intuition. Very funny is an action hero or whatever, anime action hero. Who's kind of like Midas, except the rule for him is everything his penis touches turns sentient. And so he's kind of like just maybe an ESFP, I guess, or something. And so there's all these things like, you know, like his housemate goes to open the fridge to get the cottage cheese. And he goes, "Hey, what's up?" He goes, "Ow! Will you stop making shit sentient, Bob?" I'm gonna have some of this cantaloupe. Cantaloupe? You mean Cantalamp? That's my name. Hi, I'm Cantalamp. God damn it, Bob! Will you stop fucking everything in the house? Now there's a concept. There's a concept for an anime. Yeah, like most anime, the main character will be, you know, like high school freshman or something, didn't have a girlfriend. So he ends up doing all kinds of random shit. And they all, once he humps it, it grows little legs and arms and starts walking around talking. So, like, you know, when mom opens the fridge and Cantalamp says, "Oh, thank God, it is so cold in here." He hops out of the fridge and walks off. You know, and then of course there'll be the episode when he decides to use his power for good to save people. For example, I'll never find my way out of this cave. I'm terrible at directions. Here, hand me your flashlight. Let me take out the batteries. There you go. Ew! Hey, lady, just be glad we're going to get out of this cave, all right? I'm a professional flashlight. I know what I'm doing. It's not enough to just touch it with the penis, though, I think. You gotta fuck it, whatever it is. So, you know, that's the limit of this guy's power, is he only has so many loads he can knock off, right? He didn't have infinite loads, so you know, really, what would have been a lot smarter for Islam than promising virgins in heaven? Which I hate to tell you, once you use them, they're no longer virgins. Anywho, what would have been better would be promised infinite loads. Yeah, and in heaven you get infinite loads. Just you could put out a fire. Seriously, in heaven, if your house is on fire, you can put it out with your infinite loads. Really? Yeah. Forget 40. There are no virgins in heaven. Since all the dudes have infinite loads, there are 0 virgins in heaven. Sorry. Unfortunately, we used to try to give you 40 of them, but we ran out real quick. Well, you know what? Not every load that doesn't go used on a virgin is wasted load, okay? Some of those loads are well spent, I'm sure, on non-virgins. You know, if that rule were the case, Sky Gear, every single load I've ever spewed, except when I was like 18 years old, once, with my first real girlfriend, would be wasted. And that would be a sad, sad story, because I don't think that's true. I think every time I'm sexually satisfied, an angel gets their wings. I mean, what if there's somebody who's not really that into like wanting to have sex with a lot of different people? No, it implies that they can be made at the factory in heaven, Skygear. Obviously, they're not naturally dead women. They're factory made women. Right? Heaven's got a virgin factory. The problem is, with everybody in heaven having infinite loads, nobody can say a virgin for like 5 minutes. That's the problem. That's why I recommend joining God's Big Heaven Church. Hi, I'm Pastor Eric, pastor of God's Big Heaven Church, the church that promises you the biggest of all the heavens. Yes, All the other heavens were made a long time ago. But we just made ours. It's got Wi-Fi. It's got all kinds of shit. It's got a laserium. It's got a zoo. It's got a petting zoo. It's got a non-petting zoo. It's got a heavy petting zoo. It's got a fondling zoo. When you're encouraged to fondle the genitals of the animals. And, whenever men and women come into contact with each other, the women are encouraged to say, "Hi, hey there, big boy." And the men are encouraged to say, "Why, hello there, doll face." So it's very polite. It's a very polite society. Now, keep in mind, I don't promise infinite loads. That's not part of our bundle. Our bundle, that's one area we're not quite. I'm just going to be straight out and tell you. If you're looking for infinite loads, you're going to the wrong heaven. What dreams may come? All your dreams will come if you go to infinite load heaven. But that's just making everything into sex. And what fun is that? That's not fun. The best heaven and hell concept is mine. I'm pretty sure we can all agree on that. Oh, Eric, you always say that. Yeah, I do always say that. Damn. Can I say it again and pretend I haven't said it before? No? Oh, well. Guess I just have to be guilty of repeating myself. Now I feel suddenly tired. It's like I took 2 Adderall and I feel tired all of a sudden. Have I seen the film Untouched Pious Women? Untouched Pious Women is a pretty good name for a girl punk band. Another good title for something would be When Jesus is Your Sancho. I know, guys. Hey, I'm getting a lot of shit done, all right? I already showed you my book of stuff I was writing down. God, I drew a picture. I'll get around to it. I got some time still, I gotta maximize my visibility, as somebody else here pointed out. It means making something that's simple for the masses. Rachel and I are definitely going to proceed forward on the next step of the project, which is the first step of filming. Once I get actual film in the can, then I'll have more clarity as to what exactly, how rapidly we're going to be able to turn these out. And, it's I have to interface with it. I can't just deliberate and act. Hey, start here. If I were not here making these fantastic jokes, I wouldn't be qualified to be president. I mean, the right president makes jokes this fantastic. Who wants a boring, cringy president? All right, Boba Fett. I tell you what. You're on. I'm going to stop making this video right now. I'm going to make a bunch of 5-minute bullshit little videos. I'm going to schedule them for each day, one a day for the next week or a couple weeks or whatever as a test. And we'll see how they do. We'll find out, okay? Cool. Actually, I can make it right now, even. Maybe. No, I have to make it a little bit better than that. I can release 10 minutes long? Okay, I'll keep that in mind. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.